Hello my friends, this is Jeannie. Welcome back. If you're new to my channel, welcome. And after much talking about it, I will finally be sharing with you a journal that I would say is mostly completed. It is a naked journal, and that's intentional because I do plan on continuing to work in this book as the need or desire to do so arises. But I would say that it's as done as it can be for now, and definitely lots of room to grow. It is my boho journal with a bit of a Halloween twist. And when I tell you I have been working on this for a long time, I really have. I've not done a boho style journal before, so that was a new theme for me, and adding a bit of a Halloween twist to it was fun. I also have a soft cover for this particular journal. It's my first time working with a soft cover. It is a cover that I purchased, and of course I completely neglected to write down the name of the shop where I got this cover. I bought this cover and one other because there is absolutely no way I can make anything this stunning and this beautiful on my own. So I just purchased the covers, and if I recall correctly at the time, the prices were great, which is why I bought two. So I've had this project in my head for a good long while and decided to just get her done. I had the covers in my stash probably for over a year. Yeah, over a year. But in that year, I did get to collect other items, and put them to the side. And all of that was done in anticipation of making this journal. But here she is. So let me share her with you. She is about 5 3/4 by 8.5. Okay. The closure are these strips of this beautiful, very vibrant fabric. And again, I couldn't tell you where I got these fabric strips from. They've just been in my stash for a good long while, and it just worked out. So I used 3 different strips of this fabric to create a tie. This is an earring that I repurposed as part of the closure just because I thought it was really pretty. I will move these strips of fabric to the side so you can get a better look at the cover. Here's the front. Here's the back. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Look at the spine. Gorgeous. There are 3 signatures in this particular journal. I used a 3-hole pamphlet stitch. Sewing signatures into a soft cover. Interesting experience. A little stressful. Outside of my comfort zone for sure, but I got her done. And then I did attach one of my Day of the Dead tassel dolls to the spine. I just love the way that worked out. Look how beautiful. I'm so pleased with the way this turned out, and I think it fits my book perfectly. The tassel is attached to an eyelet. I put an eyelet at the top of the spine, and I also put eyelets on the front and back cover so that I can thread any fabrics or any other type of materials I may want to use as a closure through those eyelets. So the inside of the cover itself, plain, nothing there. I will be adding something to that at some point, but I figured it's my journal. I can work in it at my leisure. There is no particular rush for me to make any decisions about pockets, flips, or any other elements, I can do that as I want to. We have 3 signatures. Each of the signatures is wrapped in some beautiful fabric from vintage saris. I sewed, first I glued the fabric on, then I sewed around the edges. Here's one signature, second signature, and then a third signature. So 3 signatures as always. I like to work in 3s. That works for me. And the kits that I use in this particular journal are several. I combined quite a few here, and I will link them down below. But 3 were from Liana's scrap, and the 3 from her were called Dark Bohemian Junk Journal, Witching Hour Junk Journal, and the Halloween Garden Junk Journal kit. So 3 kits from her. From Louise Hensel, I used the Witch Spell Book Grimoire Junk Journal kit. And from the Shiny Studio Shop, I used the Boho Junk Journal kit. I didn't use a complete kit from either of these places. I basically pulled pages from here and there until I got something that I liked. One of the kits, I think this is the Witching Hour one, had these beautiful witches, and I featured one of them on the cover of each of my signatures. I just thought they were absolutely beautiful. And then I added a little metal plate with a little sentiment in the center. As you can see, very happy with the way that turned out. Now, each of the journals also has a dangling charm, and I share a video with you on how I made these Halloween themed dangling charms. So each signature did get a charm, which I love because it's like a fun little playful element. And I attached the charms using an eyelet. So let me just do a page for page flip through, and you can see, like I said, it's naked. Did not add anything yet in terms of pockets. I just wanted to focus on adding papers that I love. This journal is all about papers and kits that I love and that I wanted to incorporate in one project. This is some coffee stained paper, and I used this kind of bling style sticker, border sticker that I got from the Dollar Tree. I love the colors. It definitely, I think, has a boho flair to it, at least what my idea on what boho is. Definitely Halloween vibe with the colors. This again is more fabric or strips from vintage saris. Here I have one of my wax seals, and I attach it to one of the pages in my journal using a clip, so it's easy to remove. I put some scrap pieces of that vintage sari on each of the clips so that I would have a little bit of a texture element at the top of the book here. I love that. I put some of my favorite types of papers in here. Tea stained, digital kits, coffee stained. All of these papers are papers that I've had in my stash for a little while. Here's the center of my signature. I use some black waxed cording to adhere the signatures. And I left the tails long so that I can add some charms. And I did add some charms to each of the tails. Little skulls, roses, crosses, all in keeping with kind of like a Day of the Dead vibe. And I love this kind of fun little noisy element at the bottom. I love this. This paper, lately I've been forgetting my words. I really have. I just forget things. I'm becoming very forgetful. And I forget what this type of paper is called. But I bought 3 different variations, color variations of it from Amazon. I put some Tim Holtz stickers. Love my crow. So as you can see, plenty of space to journal, to collage. This is going to be my whatever I want it to be journal. Right now, the thought I have is to collage and incorporate more of the gypsy style, boho style ephemera that I have in my stash and have like a permanent place to put it and keep it forever. There are some ephemera pieces that I absolutely love and adore, and I've been always wanting to have a spot to put them in, and this is the book I think that I'm going to do that with, because most of my favorite type ephemera is in keeping with this type of theme. Love her. That's signature number 1. Here's signature number 2. I love the black cat. Ooh, there's something sticky that... There you go. Got it off. Love this pink dyed paper. I bought a stack of like a nice selection of different dyed papers a little while ago. I think I got it from Godspeed Creations. If I find it, I will link it down below. But I get a lot of my dyed papers from her. Beautiful. Here's another one of those flip elements. And each of these signatures is pretty similar in format and style. I also used my book press for the first time in making this journal. So after I cut and folded all of the papers for the journal, I put them in my homemade book press and left them there for like 2 or 3 days. So when I finally got around to removing them from the press, they were flat as flat can be, and I absolutely love that. Love this. I think this one is called the Halloween. I think this one is Halloween Garden, maybe. As I said, I will link all of the kits down below and you can go explore. But I'm really excited about this book and I can't wait to start working in it. Love this. This is the 3rd signature. A strange visitor. So pretty. I will be doing some journaling definitely some journaling, but I think the majority of what I'm going to be doing in this book is just, like I said, using it to house some of my favorite, most prized ephemera. I wish I could remember what kind of paper this is. I for sure will remember after I turn the camera on, because that's just the way it's been working out for me lately. Here's the center. Again, I added some charms to the tails. Left that long. Love that. These stickers worked out really, really well. I did have to trim them a little bit so that they would fit, but otherwise I think they were perfect. And I think you get 3 strips come in each pack, and I got one in just about every color. And that's the back. And that is the book. I think it's gorgeous. I am so pleased with it. Absolutely 100% pleased with it. So that is my share, my friends. I'm really, really pleased with the way this book turned out. I almost put it to the side, thinking, oh, I'll finish it next Halloween, but I pushed through it and got it done because I don't want any incomplete projects, especially journal projects, in my room. I don't have a single incomplete journal. Everything that I have started working on up to this point, I have completed, and I want to keep it that way. I don't want any projects sitting on my shelf, especially journals. I would like to continue checking off journals on my list of dream journals to make, and I finally get to check this one off. So let me know, do you have incomplete projects that you have been working on? What's the oldest incomplete project that's still sitting on your shelf? When was the last time you actually worked on it, and when are you going to get around to finishing it? I say make November or December the month of completing those unfinished projects so that you can start off the new year fresh. Nothing sitting on your shelf waiting for you. Thank you, my friends, for watching. I truly do appreciate it. And I will catch you all in the next video. Until next time, bye-bye.